Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of F That
Photo chat.
I'm Chuck,
I'm Vanessa.
and here I am tapping the table.
We're trying to avoid tapping the table. It's a habit, so.
Yeah, because this mic picks it up like really good. Right? So,
Yep.
anyways,
So, how was your morning?
uneventful.
Uneventful. I'm in a really good mood for someone who hasn't drank coffee yet.
Oh yeah?
There's a sick playlist on in the car. Well, not really a playlist. The radio was just banging this morning.
I was just listening to a podcast, so
Oh,
not ours.
boring. You're just listening to yourself.
No.
You've cropped out me. It's just you talking.
No, I was listening to my friend Jerry in Africa, the guy who owns Wild Eye, the safari.
Oh, he's a podcast?
Yeah, he has a podcast.
That's cool.
The Wildlife Photography Podcast. If anybody is interested in that, after you listen to this one, maybe go check out that one, but wait till after.
What are your other favorite podcasts?
Wild and Exposed.
What kind of shit are you into, man?
It's a wildlife photography podcast. And there's another one. I can't remember what it's called, though. I'd have to look it up. Oh, well.
Have you listened to, and I think it's in That's Why We Drink?
And That's Why We Drink?
Yeah.
No.
It's two girls who, one of them talks about true crime and the other one talks about paranormal stuff.
Oh, cool.
And it's really cool. And I forget how I think they got their name because, like, one of them drinks wine during the podcast. The other one drinks, like, milkshakes. So they would always start off by talking, like, what they were drinking that night.
Okay.
But it's really good. It's spooky. I can only listen to a couple episodes before I have to run down the hall at night. Wielding, like, a little butter knife. Stay away.
So I just noticed that you have your hair up today.
Yeah, I know.
So we got no hair flips
No
going
hair
on
flips
today?
It looks a little weird, but my hair's up like every other. I feel like the last 2 podcast episodes we've had, my hair has been down.
Yeah.
Because I'm always flipping it, and
Yeah.
it just distracts me. And I was like, every other day that we're not doing a podcast, my hair is up. Majority of the time that I'm like working, my hair is up because I have way too much hair.
Yeah.
So it's up today.
I don't have that problem, but
Yeah.
I was hoping to do a hair flip count today, but
Yeah?
maybe
Too
next
bad.
time.
We'll have to do it next time.
Yeah.
Next time we'll hopefully have a different screen.
Yes.
We're slowly changing things up. The change from last episode was a new mic. I don't think there's really any changes other than my hair
Well,
today.
no, this is the same mic as the last
It's the
episode.
same. No, but the one before that. Our first episode was
yeah,
done
it was that
on
mic.
that.
Yeah.
So we're slowly changing things up, figuring out what works for us.
Yeah.
And I think we're kind of over the pink-red
Yes.
backdrop.
Yeah.
It lived its life very quickly.
Yeah. And I'm hoping we'll be able to record this in 4K soon.
Soon.
Right now it's in 1080p, and I notice it when I'm watching it, especially on my TV.
Oh,
I have a 4K TV. It's like
yeah.
60 inches or something like that. So I was showing Sue the podcast, and it's
She's
just
like, look at this quality. It's
the
trash.
quality was trash. Yeah.
At
So
least we fixed our audio problem.
exactly. Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. What did you do this weekend?
I finished all my client work. I had a bunch of client work and just like little side projects that I had on the go that were just like looming over me for the past 4 weeks.
Okay.
So yesterday was my first day off where I didn't have any of that, so I did a whole lot of nothing. I laid in bed, watched TikTok, watched some Law and Order. Did you ever watch the Animaniacs?
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
rebooted it.
Pinky in the Brain, man.
Yeah, they rebooted it. They
They rebooted
reanimated it.
What?
Yeah, Justin showed it to me yesterday, so we were watching that, and they
Is
did
it-
it with
where is
Pinky
it?
and the Brain. What?
Is it on YouTube or something, or what?
I don't think it's on YouTube. It's like an actual show, so there's a whole season. There's
Okay.
a couple episodes with 3 different parts, but you should download it.
Okay. I love Pinky and the Brain, man.
It was great.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially Pinky. Are you thinking what I'm thinking of, Pinky? I think so, Brain, but how are we going to get the leotards on the elephant?
They're great.
Yeah.
I think he's hilarious.
I looked into what is it? ESO.
Yeah.
What is that?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls
ESO,
Online.
I know it.
Yes. And it's like $60.
Yeah.
Or you could get like a whole package on the Elder Scrolls website, which is like $110.
Yeah, do that. So ESO, when it first came out, I'm not good at it by any means. I don't want to lead anybody on with that. I suck. I think my highest level character is like level 30 or more, like just over 30.
Okay.
It's not great because like everybody else I know is like 200 or 700. There's a lot of fucking levels, man.
Holy shit. Okay.
Actually, the character that I started at the beginning of COVID with a bunch of my friends, they're at level 31, I think, right now. But that's just from COVID, and then we did play every day, but I leveled it up by doing dungeons. So it's good. But when it first came out, sorry, I was going around in a circle there. When it first came out, it was you had to pay to play.
Yeah.
Like monthly.
Well, I used to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
With EverQuest.
Oh my god, EverQuest.
Yes.
I think that's free to play now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not EverQuest 2.
Oh.
EverQuest 1. EverQuest 1 was really good. I found EverQuest 2 was too much quest.
Too much quests. EverQuest.
Yeah.
It's literally a never-ending quest. You're like, there's too much.
Well,
quest.
no, there's so many quest options where EverQuest 1 was like a lot of time developing your character, and you can, go out and find quests or whatever like that. But the EverQuest 2 was just like so many quests. You walk into a village and everybody's like, do this, do this, do this, do this.
Like every
right?
NPC has a little thing above their head.
Exactly, right? So, anyways,
yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes it goes on sale.
Yeah.
If it does, it's okay. It's
I'm
fun
hoping
to play.
for Black Friday.
Yes.
We'll see.
Black Friday.
Actually, by the time this airs,
Black Friday will be Cyber Monday.
Yes, it's Cyber Monday today.
There will be Cyber Monday sales on Steam, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is F that photo chat. So let's talk about photography stuff.
Come wielding my Nikon bottle, because we don't know what the fuck is happening.
So Nikon released their roadmap of a whole bunch of lenses.
Yeah.
And they've got some pretty nice looking lenses coming out.
I had the list on my phone.
Okay. I thought you left your phone over there still. So I was like, what is she doing?
Taking selfies.
But yeah, it's like they've got like some nice primes coming out.
They have some nice zooms.
Some big zooms coming out, which are really nice. All for the Z mount. And they're the S line, which is, I guess, Nikon's.
It's like their G line.
Or the L series from Canon. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to pull this up. It's going to take 10 years. Apparently they're really good in low light and all this, and I'm excited. To be honest, I kind of want to try like the 14 to 30 2.8.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. That would be really nice. I'd like a street photography lens. Not that I shoot. I was having a full-on existential crisis last night. Okay, first of all, sidetrack. This leads up, kind of. Not really.
Okay, by the way, she has an existential crisis.
Almost every day.
No, every other day.
Every other day, yeah. Just you see me staring at the wall. It's like, Vanessa, are you okay? I don't know. Who is Vanessa? I went to bed at like 8:30 p.m. last night.
Oh, wow. Man, I stayed up later than you.
I went to bed at like 8:30, and naturally I woke up at 2 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I laid there, I was playing like Sudoku on my phone.
Okay.
And like trying to fall back asleep, and I couldn't, so I just thought it would be fun to have a little crisis. Anyways, I don't know where I was going. Oh, I was thinking like I don't have like one type of photography that I'm really, really good at. I'm like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. You agree? Thank you. Anyways, so I was like, oh, I should get into street photography. I don't know why I had to tell you that whole backstory for that, but I wanted to get into street photography.
I was thinking about that actually on the way here. That like, all I do is wildlife photography and nature, and.
But you have like a specialty.
Yeah, but I'd like to expand upon it,
Yeah.
right? So, like the nature shots are nice, like landscapes and stuff like that. But I'd like to try and get more, maybe like cityscapes, and maybe try some.
We should go out and do that. But that's what made me want the 14 to 30, or even the 14 to 24. Just like a nice wide angle to go play around with, because it's the whole point why I wanted like the X100V. But
well, it's like Olympus has like I think it's an 8 to 14 2.8.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it'd be a 16 to 28 millimeter.
That's pretty nice.
So I'm thinking about getting that.
Should.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, backing up a little.
Yes.
Out of the new Nikon lenses, they're announcing an 85. A lot of these they haven't released like an f-stop on them.
Okay.
So there's another 85 coming out. Nobody knows if it's a 1.4 or 1.2 because they already have a 1.8. They're coming out with a 400 mil prime.
Nice.
A 600 mil prime.
Nice.
Then we're coming out with 28 mil, 40 mil. They're coming out with macro lenses, which is, I'm kind of excited about that.
Right. There's also like a 100 to 400 or something.
Yeah,
that they're coming out with,
we got 50 mil, 105 mil for macro, and then with zoom, we have 100 to 400.
Yep.
A 200 to 600.
That's the one I was looking at.
A 24 to 105. I don't understand. I read that and I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You already made everybody go to the friggin' 24 to 70 f4 because you had nothing else available as a kit lens. I wonder. That makes me wonder if they're going to offer the 24 to 105 as a kit lens.
I hope so. I personally,
nice.
I love the 24 to 105.
Yeah.
The f4 because 2.8 is very expensive, and I don't have that type of money. Yeah. And so 24 to 105 f4 is a great lens at a better budget price.
Yes.
Right? So.
And Nikon, before I switched to my Z6, they had a 24 to 120. That's still their kit lens with like their DSLRs. It's an f4, and that was actually a really nice lens. Like I used that for everything I didn't use primes for. 24 to 70 is really nice, but I'm still not used to not having that much range. Like if I really want to zoom in further, I'm stuck at 70. But anyways, so we got a 24 to 105, and then drum roll, please. They're coming out with an 18 to 140 DX.
Oh wow!
So so it'll be like a crop sensor lens.
Yeah.
So maybe more options is for kits with people who shoot crop sensor. It'll be kind of nice to replace that 16 to 50.
Yes.
The Z50, because the Z50 they have a 2 lens kit right now, which is really nice.
The 16 to 50 and the 50 to 250.
Yeah.
It's a good build kit.
The 50 to 250 is a very nice lens.
Yeah.
And the 16 to 50 is all right. It's not my favorite, but to have an 18 to 140, that you can avoid having both if you don't need that extreme zoom, and then maybe you could jump into like 600 or something.
Yeah. But like, they've got that lens lineup, and then the other report is.
There's a couple other reports.
Yeah, Nikon's kind of in panic mode because like.
Sorry, there's this. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Nikon's like marketing strategy.
Actually, we'll put it right up there.
Yes,
right.
So, we'll add it. They used to say like, "I am strong, I am independent," and someone made one that says, "I am struggling."
Yeah.
And although I am ride or die Nikon, I had a good laugh about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let me find the article. They basically, was it them that confirmed that they're having like a slump?
Yeah, well, first thing that started off this slump was they didn't want to come out with mirrorless right away.
Yeah. Because
it would compete directly with their DSLRs. And I think that was a big mistake. I think everybody thinks that was a big mistake. Because Sony took mirrorless right to the next level.
Someone at the other bill. It's the ghost.
It's the ghost.
We have a ghost here.
Somebody just whistling at the door? Is that what that was?
No, it was the person, they were opening their gate next door.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
It was weird, though. It's like, what the fuck is happening? The ghost is here, whistling a tune.
Yeah. So, yeah, Nikon, when they finally came out with their mirrorless... are
we talking Z or are we talking their mirrorless mistakes?
Oh, no, let's
Prior to that.
Yeah, let's not talk about those mistakes.
The Nikon 1.
Yeah.
And the key mission.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen a key mission. I only saw one when I was taking it to repair for the... I've seen it once.
That's like an action cam, though, right? The key mission, wasn't it?
Kind of, but there's literally like 2 buttons on it. There's no screen on the back. It's like this big.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Well, like the first GoPro.
Yeah.
Which is, like, the key mission came out around that time.
Did it come out around the first GoPro, or did it come out around, like, the 3rd GoPro?
Well, somewhere around there.
Yeah. But
I actually thought about buying one of those before I bought a GoPro.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah, oh yeah. Right, now that they've finally come out with their mirrorless stuff, they're playing catch-up. And I guess that's taking a lot of money to play catch-up with. Mm-hmm. And, like, Sony's been kicking ass for...
They waited way too long to come out with, like, actual mirrorless. And, I mean, I love their mirrorless lineup right now. It makes me panic a little bit, though. Because, like, while I was having my crisis, and I was reading about all this Nikon stuff, I was like, of course. I'm, like, having a crisis about my skills as a photographer, which is a regular occurrence. Yeah. And then, of course, I shoot Nikon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just a match made in heaven.
Well, I saw that and I was like, so...
That explains...
Vanessa's going to feel exactly how I feel with Olympus. She's always making fun of me with Olympus.
I'm starting to accept it now, though.
Yes.
I've accepted it. Going back again, they do. So there was a bunch this week. We send each other articles and stuff, and for some reason Nikon was just eating up the feed this week. So those 2 were ones that we saw today or last night, and then last night I also saw that Nikon is making its course. I didn't even know they had courses, but they have courses online that they normally charge between like $15 to $50 each. It's a little okay,
but they were sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
They made them free during COVID.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, because they have it advertised as they're bringing them back for the holidays for free. But if they had them for free the whole time, maybe they're just trying to get traction.
Well, maybe not. No, they had them free like for the lockdown time.
Oh, so right. Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Right. So they had them free for a couple of months, and I guess they started charging again. And of course, now that they're charging again, no one's buying.
I don't think anybody... I mean, there's tons of stuff on YouTube.
Exactly.
And
why would you buy courses online when you could go on YouTube and learn everything you need to know?
Like, if I was going to buy a course, it would be like a masterclass. You know?
Yeah. Well...
Like the Annie Leibovitz masterclass.
Have you seen that one?
For a while. No. The Annie Leibovitz one?
Yeah.
Apparently it had bad reviews because people wanted to know exactly how she shot, but that's not why I want to take it. Annie Leibovitz is like...
Yeah.
Been a photographer I've looked up to.
But it's just her talking about photography. She's not talking about anything major. It's I loved it.
Like technique.
Like, she is awesome.
You took it?
I watched it.
Oh,
it's not a course.
Oh.
Not that I know of. Unless there's more that I don't know.
There's not enough content online about Annie Leibovitz, so I'm ready to pay like $200 Canadian to listen to her talk.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know anybody who pays for courses unless it's like one that you're taking in like hands-on.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea to pay for courses. And Peter McKinnon, I know he's a Canon rep.
Yeah.
Peter McKinnon is awesome because he has so much free content on his channel that's not just about Canon.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just generic, and I really, really like that. And he's a really cool guy that's easy to follow along with. So
one of my favorite videos from him is him chasing the orange.
What?
Oh, yeah. So he does, like, I guess he was struggling to find something to make. And he goes to the store and he buys oranges, and one of them falls out of the basket. and the whole video is him chasing the orange all the way home.
Is it like a? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
It was really good. It was really well done.
I like his little videos like that. Yeah. They're cool.
Oh, and his bucket shot.
I haven't seen that.
Oh man.
I'm not that much of a diehard fan.
Yeah, no, that's a good video.
Of Peter McKinnon.
Yeah.
I am a diehard fan. That's different. Christmas is coming.
Yes, yes. Is it a Christmas movie?
Yes. There's snow. It's definitely a Christmas
There's snow.
Movie.
There's Santa. It's a Christmas party. The first one.
Yes.
The second one.
I just saw the first one for the first time a couple months ago. I'd seen the second one with my dad when I was like 12, so I don't really remember it that well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else is a Christmas movie that we didn't realize was a Christmas movie? Because we watched it on Halloween.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. No, it was Edward Scissorhands. Everybody says it's a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie.
It's because there's snow in it. Anybody that thinks there's snow in a freaking movie, like, it's a Christmas movie. We watched it on Halloween.
Yeah. Okay. I
was like, oh, I can see how people would say this, but...
So another good Christmas movie, considering there's snow in it, is Everest.
What is that?
It's a movie about Mount Everest. There's snow in it.
Christmas!
Santa's not in it. There's no Christmas lights. No one's putting Christmas lights up at Everest.
No.
People are dying. And that's a Christmas movie because there's snow in it. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, that's what Die Hard is about. Oh, well, no, Die Hard's actually more Christmassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for all the reasons you just mentioned.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're going, it's like a roller coaster of Nikon. The last thing that I learned a couple days ago, which I didn't send you because I was like, so it kind of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Intel kind of going downhill right now.
Yes.
Yes. So apparently, this probably isn't going to be super accurate because I'm not like an Intel fanatic. But apparently Nikon makes the chips for Intel.
Oh, okay.
They were laying, this is still, like, I read the article and it was still a little unclear, but they're laying off another 10%. So one of the videos, one of our previous podcasts, we talked about them laying off 20% of their manufacturing. Yeah. Now they're laying off 10% or up to 2,000 people that deal with Intel, I think. Because Nikon and Intel are, like, intertwined. I'm like, of course. If Intel's going down, Nikon's going down. Yeah. So anyways, Nikon apparently provides the machines that make their chips, and they're not doing that anymore. So I guess they had like a bond. Yes. That was broken.
But with Apple coming out with their M1 chip.
Yeah.
Like Intel, like all Apple stuff had Intel in them before. Now Intel's gone, it's their new M1 chip.
Yeah.
And that is supposed to be
amazing. I'm waiting for them to come out with like an iPad with an M1 chip so that I can buy it.
Well, I'm looking at the Mac Mini because like you could get a Mac Mini with the M1 for like $1,000.
Yeah.
And
do you watch? I'm gonna get his name wrong because I don't watch him. Justin does. Linus. He's like a tech tips kind of guy online.
Nope.
Okay. He takes apart computers and like electronics and like does all this crazy stuff. He's a very annoying voice. Very annoying voice. But yeah, he took apart the Mac Mini M1. Like he took it apart on video, and it's kind of surprising how simple it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited for that. And
why? You're a Windows user.
I know, but it makes me want to get, like, I've wanted a laptop, and if I was going to get a laptop for editing and stuff, I would probably get a Mac.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about getting an M1 with an M1 chip, and I was like, I don't think they have an actual, do they have a laptop with it right now?
Oh, yeah.
And it's, like, extremely expensive, and I was like,
I wish... No, it's not that bad. Well...
For me.
Yeah, it's like $3,000 or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I also I've always toyed with the idea of wanting like a tablet because I've used like a Surface Pro tablet to like do art with the pen. Doodles to get some doodles done. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind having that option. And I think if they put an M1 chip in an iPad, I would get a keyboard and a pen.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Be able to make it super, super portable and be able to edit wherever I go. Because I like having a desktop, but I don't like not being able to edit unless I'm like in that spot at home.
Yeah.
So, my uncle, going off of Nikon, that was pretty much all of Nikon. My uncle
very disappointing news with Nikon.
He told me that you look like someone, and I told him I'd tell you, and I'm scrolling through texts to find what the name was again, and I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. I sent him the link. I was like, oh, you should watch this. Do you know who David Cross is?
David Cross? No.
Yes. We'll put a picture of him here. My uncle said that you look like this guy. I can't fucking unsee it.
Oh my god.
It's scary. It's the beard.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and I was like, no, I know this guy. He's in a lot. I don't think you don't sound like him.
No.
But it's the beard and
really?
the bald.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to pull up that picture and...
I wasn't sure what your reaction would be, so I said I'd mention it.
Okay. Yeah. So I took the Fiyu Tech AK2000S.
Oh.
The mirrorless gimbal.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of time to play with it. And well, first thing is you're able to connect it to your phone, and you could also have your phone connected to your camera so that all three of them work together. But it only works with Canon, Sony, and Panasonic.
What the hell?
So it doesn't work with Nikon, doesn't work with Fuji, doesn't work with Olympus. Of course, I have Olympus.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that. And I played with it in the dining room for a little bit while Sue was reading something, and I was really annoying her because my camera's like spinning around and doing all this stuff. And then I went out shooting yesterday. I went over to Petrie Island because we got a good dumping of snow.
Yeah, got a fuck ton of snow.
Yeah. Heavy snow, too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to shovel, though. I do. Anyways. I have a snowblower, but I was too lazy to pull it out, so I just shoveled. Anyways. Went to Petrie Island.
You should just get a leaf blower. Have you ever seen that? Sorry, I keep interrupting your Petrie Island story.
A leaf blower?
Literally a leaf blower, and just blow the shit of
well,
the
that's
snow.
for light snow, yeah. But when you got like a...
Backing snow over.
Yeah, no. The snow's going to look at the leaf blower like...
hyperdrive. It's
dude,
gonna, like,
really?
break someone's window.
Yeah. Anyways.
You are at Petrie Island.
I'm at Petrie Island. And there was nothing much going on at Petrie Island. There was a whole bunch of geese. And I went to get into better position. And I slipped on the ice. And my knee and my ankle both screamed, "Not cool, dude." Not fucking cool.
Oh my god.
And it's still sore today. So my Petrie Island trip, I was going to play with the gimbal and everything. It lasted 15 minutes. And then I had to humble back to the car. And yeah.
Maybe you can set it up to your wheelchair in the future. No, wheelchair isn't... No. You gotta get like canes.
No,
too.
a walker.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, can it get a stabilizer for your walker? No disrespect to anyone with a walker, you have more options to mount many different accessories on it. That's really cool. And it's also a chair if you get the right one.
This is my vlogging setup. It also is a walker.
You gotta get that.
That's what Nikon should start making.
Walkers.
Vlogging walkers.
Because we're slowly dying. Does this make
like
us
Nikon.
does this make us like the outcasts? Like we're a photo chat of two photographers.
Yeah.
That are like
socially
outcasted because of the brands that we shoot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God.
Outcast photo chat.
Yeah. We're gonna change it. The dying industry photo chat. No, not industry. Dying companies.
Yeah, dying companies.
So
yeah, because Canon's still doing really good.
Yeah.
And the stuff that they came out with,
the
kidding. R5 and the R6 have put Sony on notice.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what? Ever since all this garbage with Nikon, I love you, Nikon. Ever since all of this, like, stuff with Nikon, I literally last night, so many thoughts happened during my crisis. This is another thought. Part of, like, the same subject matter, right? Like, photography and my purpose in life. I actually was like, why didn't I go, like, Sony or Canon? Like, I was just reminiscing. You know in movies how they have, like, reminiscing and you picture, the character, like, pictures their, like, friends or whatever saying it? I literally had that. Where, like, my coworkers were like, go to the R5. Like, little movies playing on my head. Oh, you should get the R5. Don't get Nikon. And I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I love my camera. I love it. But now I'm like, why didn't I get, like, Sony? When I first started working here, I really, really, really wanted a Sony. Yeah. And I think if I were to choose another one that weren't Fuji, because I'd probably go to Fuji.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Sony. If you could pick a different brand that you weren't with, would you go back to Canon? Like, at this point.
Yeah, if I could get the R5 at a reasonable price, yeah.
I'd want an A7S3. That's such a cool camera. I'm not sure if you, I don't think you watch the same YouTubers as me at all.
No, probably not.
Other than, like, a little bit of Peter McKinnon, but.
Well, there's.
Do you know who Jenna Marbles is? Or was?
No. Was?
Rest in peace.
Oh.
No, she quit YouTube.
Ah, okay.
Very sad.
Okay.
She's like the OG of YouTube. She used to make, if you saw her, you'd be like, oh, that girl. She used to make, like, silly little videos.
Okay.
Anyways, her boyfriend, Julian, is also, like, into videography, and he's a YouTuber, and he's also a cook and all this stuff.
Okay.
And he got the A7S3, like, when they first announced it.
Yep.
And I'm not sure how he got his hands on it yet, or if it was just, like, a demo that they gave him or something. But he did a video on it where he went out into the desert at night to cook, like, a really fancy pad thai over, like, whatever camping gear they had or something.
Okay, alrighty.
Anyways, it was really cool. He did all the footage with the A7S3.
Yeah.
He showed pictures after, and he was saying that, like, the low light was so good that he felt like he could see more on the camera than he could see in real life.
Okay.
Really neat. Anyways, I just want that because I don't know what it is about me that makes something with really good low light.
Yeah.
Like, it pops out to me. Not that I shoot in the dark.
I watch. Sorry, just checking the time here.
What time is it?
10:15.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Was it really?
So yeah, YouTubers that I watch are Peter McKinnon, Potato Jet.
What?
Potato Jet. You don't know Potato?
No.
Oh man, you gotta look up Potato Jet.
Okay, I'll look up Potato Jet if you go back and watch some Jenna Marbles.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maddie Haboya.
Okay.
Peter McKinnon's friend. Oh, okay.
I don't watch that much Peter McKinnon.
Jared Polin, of course.
Yes.
Chronos
yes.
Photo.
Okay, we both watch him.
Yeah. Camera Conspiracies. He's hilarious. And then there's...
you showed me a video by him on the D6, and it was really funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I watched some wildlife photography guys. Oh, God. I gotta look it up. Bear with me.
I don't even know who else I watch. I watch a lot of artsy YouTubes.
Subscriptions. Here we go.
I watch a lot of artsy YouTubers, so like people who paint, mainly girls at this point. People who thrift clothing. Have you ever gotten into that side of YouTube?
No.
There's a girl who's like very well known on YouTube called Best Dressed. She's the funniest. I love her to pieces. And she does thrift flips. So she'll go to thrift stores, buy like these atrociously old, like, they look cool, but they're like very outdated clothing.
Okay.
And then she'll like sew them and flip them into something modern. Like, not modern, but like better fitting, and they're so cool. Anyways, really? Yeah.
So there was... I had it. And then I start listening to you. Cameron Roxbury. I think he's fairly new to it. He lives in Alaska, and he does a lot of wildlife photography there. Mm-hmm. And he's got some really nice stuff. And then there's, I can't remember the guy's name,
Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
It's God.
Yeah.
There's a girl, actually there's a girl photographer I follow. I'm gonna massacre her name. It's Jessica Koblacy.
Okay.
She's cool. She does a lot of like fashion photography. But I watch a lot of photographers. Well, I watch a couple of fashion photographers just because I suck at posing people. So I'm like, I need some tips. Yeah. And then Peter McKinnon, I need to start watching more of his. I've only gotten a little bit into it and seen some of his newer stuff, and I find his stuff like super inspiring. Literally, whenever I'm watching, like there was a video that he did with like, it was a really quick video. It was like, it was like about a client that he had that wanted a picture of like iced coffee or whiskey or something.
Okay.
And then it was like a joke at the end where they ended up wanting the photo vertical or something instead of horizontal. Anyways, it was just like a little funny video, but he did like a really quick studio setup, really quick edit, and it was just inspiring for some reason. And I was like, this makes me want to go shoot more stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how even like little joke videos that he does make you feel that way.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I was in Belize, and I shot that wedding.
Yeah.
In Belize. Yeah. So, Peter McKinnon did a video about giving the gift of photography where Jared Polin gave Peter a print of. You'll have to watch the video, but it's Jared Polin gave Peter a print, and that's why I put up my video. I think these people were getting married in Belize. They didn't have money for like a photographer or to have like a big ceremony or anything like that. It was just a very quick, quiet
like a little
ceremony.
Elopement?
Yeah. And like the parents were there, but they were on the roof of the building, and we went snorkeling with them, and they told me they were getting married, and I was like, cool, who's taking your photos? And we don't have one. Well, we're taking your photos now.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You probably made their whole, like, they're going to remember that for a long time.
Yeah.
Because before they wouldn't have any photos other than, like, one that someone took on their phone.
No.
So. That's really nice.
So, yeah, that's why I did it. Because, like, well, I'm a photographer. I was there. I'm not going there to make money or anything like that. Like,
I think a lot of people don't, I don't want to say don't value, like don't put value to stuff like that, but like I know a lot nowadays, a lot of people are like, oh, we'll just use disposable cameras or like phones for their weddings or like event coverage, or even just like people who don't really want to buy even like Christmas mini sessions and stuff like that, just because unless it's tangible, a lot of people don't really work that stuff into their budget.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the value of it until they get something like that where they're like, holy shit, like this. They're so glad that they ended up meeting you, because otherwise they wouldn't have any decent photos to remember their day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
like when Sue and I got married, we had disposable cameras on every table.
Yeah.
And I think we got maybe 5 or 6 good photos.
Really?
Yeah. Like so many really, really bad photos. And I'm not talking like people making stupid faces. I'm talking
I want those ones.
I'm talking like people accidentally pressed a button when the camera's facing the table. Like just
that was in the day
garbage.
Where everybody already knew how to work a disposable camera, and that's how badly they did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine that now? You're like, what's this?
Yeah. But yeah, like some of the photos were brutal. So like we only got like I said, 5 or 6 photos out of the whole.
Yeah.
There's probably what I think was like 20 disposable cameras or something like that, and we got like 5 or 6 photos out of it. Like,
yeah.
We should have hired a photographer.
You didn't hire a photographer at all?
No. Well, we did like a very, very, very basic wedding.
Okay.
Like we spent all our money on the honeymoon because we went out to BC.
Oh, that's fun.
For like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But like we were so cheap with our wedding, like it was potluck.
You know what? I'm down for that, though.
Yeah. Everybody brought food. And
yeah. Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Like, it's always fun to have a very lavish, like, I don't know, fancy wedding. But I'm totally down to, like, my idea is I'm going to put a lot of money down on a photographer. That's, like, my first thing.
Yeah.
And it's only because I'm a photographer.
Hold on. Why don't you just not put money down on a photographer and invite a bunch of photographer
majority
friends.
of the people at my wedding will be photographers.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be that person that's like, can you bring your camera?
Okay.
Because I've had that done to me where I was like, one wedding I was invited to, it wasn't even by the couple that invited me because they hired a photographer. It was like by my family. They're like, oh, we don't want pictures by the photographer. Can you bring your camera? And this was before I was mirrorless. And I was like, I'm coming as a guest. I don't want to bring like 7 pounds of gear.
Yeah.
And a light and interfere with this photographer who's going to be pissy because I'm going to be like an Uncle Bob that's interrupting and taking all the photos.
Yeah.
But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I'm going to put a lot of money down on a photographer or just hire one of my friends to do it. And then I'm totally down to, like, have a backyard wedding in a tent.
Oh, yeah.
Those seem really fun to me. I've never been to one, but I think that's way more chill than, like, getting upset over, like...
So I think that's about it, eh?
I feel like we covered a lot.
Yeah, we
mainly
covered...
Nikon's train wreck.
Yes. Nikon is a train wreck. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I started off shooting Nikon. I had a Nikon D40, a D90,
oh, the D90
a D700,
was my dream camera when I was 15.
and a D7000. Okay, so I had 4 Nikon cameras. And like, I sold them all, got rid of them, and I went over to Canon because of their video.
Yeah.
And Nikon didn't, like, I don't think any of those cameras shot video. So yeah,
No, I don't think they did.
I was more interested in doing video on top of my photography, so that's why I went over to Canon.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only reason I left Nikon.
Yeah. You got out early.
Yes.
How old were you? Maybe this is a invasive question. How old were you when you had the D90?
Jeez, I have no fucking clue.
It was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, about that. Sounds about right.
That was my dream camera before I had a camera, and I was in grade 10. Just to make you feel a little old. I just wanted to really emphasize that.
Like my birthday last week didn't. Already nailed
a tear.
Coffin.
Just
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. On that note, that's it for today. This has been F That.
Photo chat.
And we'll see you next week.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfuckers.